జగమనలో వదకే నీదాచ మామి గరధార వదకే నీదాచ మామి గరధార Chandra Siri Varana Ujjwala Baba Goti Chandra Siri Varana Ujjwala Narada Simigaraga Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Simigaraga Haribo Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Boli Boli Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Welcome back. Srila Prabhupada ki Sai Gaur Premanande Jai Nitya Lila Vishnu Vishnupada Savange Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Samstapakacharya Savange Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Lila Vishnu Vishnupada Savange Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Gauri Vaishnavanda ki Jai Sri Rup Sanatana Bhadragana Sri Jeev Gopala Das Ragana Sadgoswami Prabhu ki Namacharya Til Haridas Thakur ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham ki Sri Navati Mayapur Dham ki Sri Jagannath Puri Dham ki Gangamai Jambunamai ki Srimati Vrindadevi Tulsi Maharani ki Srimati Bhakti Devi ki Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Srila Prabhupada's translated book distribution ki ISKCON Chicago ki, Sri Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki, Sri Sri Kishore Kishore Ji ki, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Jai Gaur Premanand. All glories to the Asammadavadi. All glories to the Asammadavadi. All glories to the Asammadavadi. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Lada Daine Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha Shilatankan Kalaye Ito Narsinga Parato Narsinga Yato Yato Yamitato Narsinga Bahe Narsinga Hridaye Narsinga Narasinga Madim Sharanam Prapate Tavakara Kamalavare Naka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsinga Dev, Jaya Narsinga Dev, Narsinga Dev, Jaya Narsinga Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. विघ्ननाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। So please repeat after me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you very much for joining us for tonight's Sunday Feast program. Is there anyone here for the very first time or second time, very new to our temple? Very nice. Thank you for coming to our temple. And we have a little gathering for those who are newcomers downstairs to sort of give you an orientation on what we're all about, what the Hare Krishna movement is all about, etc. And that's usually led by our devotee here, Bhakta Luke. Please raise your hand, Luke. So he's going to wait at the door there. I would encourage you to please join him downstairs, a short session or orientation, and then you can come back and join the rest of the group here and also for dinner upstairs. So those who are new, we ask you to please come forward and receive a small gift as a token of our appreciation, and then you can join Bhakta Luke at the door there. So those who have come first time, please come forward and receive your gift. Thank you very much for coming. So Luke is standing right at the door for you if you'd like to join him for a short orientation. Okay, so tonight for the Sunday Feast program, we're very, very honored that we have many wonderful devotees. Specifically, I'd like to bring our attention to His Holiness Radharaman Maharaj, who is part of the ISKCON movement, travels and preaches mostly in India and visits Chicago about once a year and spends some time with us. We're very, very grateful that Maharaj is here. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's all welcome him with a very, very loud Haribol. Haribol! Also, we have His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu sitting here, who is also a disciple of Prabhupada, a long-time devotee, and has spent over the last almost 20 years, 30 years in Vrindavan. So he's spent in Vrindavan, the holy land of Krishna. And some of us who've known Dinabandhu Prabhu know how absorbed he is in Vrindavan. He's written a wonderful book of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. And I hope he has the book tonight. Do you have? Okay, it'll be outside. We have books, Prabhu? Okay, so we will have them outside in the gift store as well for you to stop by and pick up a book if you like. Beautiful narration of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. Very grateful that Dinabandhu Prabhu is here. He had not at least come to Chicago in many years. He came last year, 3 years ago. And so it's a third time visit, very happy, and we're hoping that second visit will come back again so to be with us in Kishore Kishori's presence. We also have His Grace Pritushava Prabhu, who's also a disciple of Srila Prabhupada and a long time known person and intimate friend of the Hare Krishna temple here in Chicago. He served here for many years, and then he and his wife, Mother Danikeli, started a very wonderful center in Champaign-Urbana, and they had a very successful and amazing dinner program, Krishna Prasadam dinner program, for many years, and they've spent their life traveling, distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, and continuing to do the same. We're very happy that they're also here, and traveling with Radharaman Maharaj is Anadi Prabhu, that we've known for a while. And all of you, thank you for joining us tonight.
We're going to turn this way for the speakers. Radharaman Maroj said that he'd like to defer to Dinabandhu Prabhu, so he'll only speak for a short while and let Dinabandhu Prabhu take the evening class from there. So thank you. Before we do the Rath Yatra, festival mood is beginning to take on. So we urge you to please consider how you would like to serve in the Rath Yatra festival. So right outside the door, before you go up for prasadam, there's a table with a sign-up sheet. So feel free to sign your name up for some service in preparation of the Rath Yatra festival. It's on June 29th, Sunday. Our calendar does say 21, but we had to make some changes in the last minute. So the festival is actually on the 29th of June, Sunday, June 29th. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please turn off your cell phones and put them on vibrate mode. And here we are.
You're sick?
Dinabandhu Prabhu will play harmonium. Can we go over?
Desur Singh, Radha Madhav Kirtan.
Huh?
Radha Madhav Desur Singh.
You want to sing?
Let them sing
I'm going to sing so many things.
there. Radha Madhav, please. You sing Radha Madhav.
You sing it. You sing it.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava श्री राधा माधव की श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी जी की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा जी की श्री श्री गौर निताई की श्रील प्रभुपाद की all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees. All glory, all Guru Gurun Gaurang ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki. So, thank you for your participation in Sunday feast, Chicago, ISKCON Chicago. Dinbandhu Prabhuji here, he will just speak main part of the class. For many reasons, I did not want to speak
However, Nityanand Prana Prabhu requested me, he told me, say something, few words. So there are many reasons. One reason, my throat, for some reason, it happens as soon as I get in cold place, immediately something is not cooperating my throat. And other reason, since Dinbandhu Prabhu is here, real Brajavasi, he spent 30 years in the dust of Vrindavan in Braj, knows all the places of pastime of Lord Krishna, and also it takes groups and speaks about Krishna pastime. And it is our fortune that he is personally present here, so he will speak. However, since Nityanand Prabhu has told me, so I will speak for a few minutes. Of course, this morning I was here, we display tape lecture of Srila Prabhupada. I was here, present here. I was thinking to say something about that part, which I heard today from the tape of Srila Prabhupada. However, Nityananda Prabhu was telling that since the month of Rath Yatra, also Chicago is also going to celebrate Rath Yatra in 3 weeks from now. So I will say something about Lord Jagannath. Once a year in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they come out from the temple, they ride in the Rath chariot, and they visit to Masi Badi. Mausi goes Masi Badi. This in this pretext, this is that for this reason Krishna goes. So before Rath Yatra, a very important celebration festival they celebrate in Jagannath Puri. There is Snan Yatra. Just 2 weeks before, 15 days before Rath Yatra, this festival takes place. And all the 3 deities from Ratna Singhansan, they are brought, and very colorful procession, Brahmana chanting different Vedic mantra and the kirtan, and very colorful festival takes place. And the grand procession, the deity, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, as well as Sudarshan, they come to Snan Vedi. If you have visited Jagannath Puri, there is Anand Bajar. You have heard the name, this name? Anand Bajar. In the middle of Anand Bajar, there is Snan Vedi. All the deity, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, as well as Sudarshan, they are brought. And then in the north gate of the temple, there is a special well. That well is used once a year. Again, with hundreds of pots they take and they fetch water from that sonar kuwa, golden well. First they clean the water, because that water is only for bathing the Lord. And they fetch water, they bring water, again they put in the one place where they offer prasadam. Just behind Garud, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stand, there is a big hall. Their water is put there. They put hundreds of thousands of colors. And then water is again sanctified, purified. Brahmana will chant different type of mantra, kirtan, and put some medicinal herbs like haldi and other thing, agaru, different thing. And their water is brought, and their both, all the deity, 4 deity, 3 including, 3 plus Sudarshan, they are bathed. And if the water is very cold, and they put too much water, so there are, of course, when Lord Krishna appears here, he displays some pastime of Lord. A similar way, there is deity pastime also, deity Leela. Jagannath also displayed, Jagannath Trivigraha, deity form, they also display different type pastime. The one pastime, due to that cold water, and prolonged duration, always they are taking bath many hours. So Lord gets sick due to too much cold water and the bathing for many hours. So what happens that they sick. Then when the Lord is sick, then he doesn't go in the temple. Because sick, he could not give darshan for people in general, so he had to stay some private place. So there in Jagannath Puri temple, there is a room, sick room. Lord is sick. They give darshan. And then doctors come by, they touch the pulse of Lord. First they touch pulse of Krishna and Balaram, Subhadra, and they detect what is the wrong with deity. And they put the, the Jagannath hand, this pulse there, here the doctor, Ayurvedic doctor goes and checks, hears that, and by pulse, they detect what is the sickness, and then give prescription, written prescription. Okay, Jagannath has this type of sickness, he should be administered this medicine, and accordingly, one boy detects what is the problem, and then he gives prescription, and then other boy they prepare medicine accordingly, and the medicine are administered only continuous for 2 weeks, and then Lord gets okay, sickness is removed, and the next, it takes 2 weeks, upon 15 days, and the 15 days, Lord is cured, everything fresh, so he needs to go some walking, fresh air outside. Gundicha is Masi, sister of mother, Mausi. So he goes to Masi Badi is a little away, approximately 3 or 4 kilometers away from the residence. The Lord goes on the riding on the Rath, goes there, stay there for a week, 1 week, and then Lord's come. So this is the first time of deity. Lord gets sick, and then I actually, when they detect what is the temperature, how the pulse beating, it is okay or not, something wrong, according medicine is prescribed, and the medicine prepared, other by them. So this festival, before Rath Yatra, it will happen on Purnima. Today Dashmi, tomorrow is Ekadasi, and on Purnima day, full moon day, this festival will take place. So I stop here. Since we have to hear many things, Krishna first time in Vrindavan, Din Bandhu Karu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So it's a very great pleasure, especially for me, to be here at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Gaurnitai, Sri Sri Kishore Kishoriji, and Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani, and to be here at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I was last here, first time, at least in Chicago ISKCON, was in 2011. So this is my second time to be here at their lotus feet, and to be here in front of all of the devotees of ISKCON Chicago Yatra. Last time before that I was here. I don't think anybody's old enough to, very few people old enough to remember. The last time I was in Chicago before 2011 was in the Democratic Convention way back 1968 or something, 7 or something, I can't remember. When the mayor of Chicago daily, he set the police on all of us. I was in the front line, the police were beating me. But now we've come not to get put in jail, but to take everybody out of the jail of material world. So tonight, we're not only going to go to Vrindavan, we're going to go to Jagannath Puri. And first step, of course, to get to Vrindavan is getting the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. Because without the mercy of the Vaishnavas, we cannot make any advancement. Just like I translated one book, Madhurya Kadambini, there Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, only the Vaishnava gives bhakti because bhakti lives in the heart of the Bhakt. He quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhaktya Sanjataya Bhaktya. Bhakti is born from the Bhakt. Krishna himself doesn't give. Only his devotee gives. But he uses a nice word. He says, Svabhakta Vashyata. The Lord is under the control of his devotee. Whoever devotee will give mercy to, then Lord will come behind and give mercy on that devotee. So we want to get Lord's mercy, we have to get mercy of Vaishnava. So we have very beautiful song by Narottam Das Thakur. Most of you all know this song. Of course, if there's songbooks, we could pass them out. Ebara Karuna Koro. Sri Vaishnava Vigyapti, glorifying, advertising the qualities of the Vaishnava. Sri Vaishnava Vigyapti. Ebara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai Ebara Koro Patita Pavana Toma Bine Ke Hona Kaharani kate gele Papa dure jai Emana dayala Prabhu Keva Kotapa Gangara Parashale Paschati Pavan Darshani Pavitra Koro Ito Marago Haristane aparare Tare Harina Haristane aparare Tomatane apa Radhe nahi paridra Tomar hridoye sada Govinda Vishram Govinda Gahena Mara Vaishnava Para Prati janme kori asha Charane raduli adi Sharanirajuli Narotame Goro Daya Panarabali Ebara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai Patita Bhavana Toma Vine Kehona Jaya Vaishnava Gosai, Jaya Vaishnava Gosai, Jaya Vaishnava Gosai, Jaya Vaishnava Gosai. Jaya Vaishnava Gosai, Vaishnava Gosai, Jaya Vaishnava Gosai, Jaya Vaishnava Gosai. Vaishnav Gosai ki. So Narottam Das says, E bara karuna koro Vaishnava Gosai. The real word is Goswami, but in Bengal, out of affection, we say Gosai. This is like Bengali nickname. We say Gosai. O Vaishnav Goswami, E bara. You can understand, E bara means one time. Karuna Koro, one time, be compassionate upon me. Ebara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. We just want to get the compassion of the Vaishnava, so he will put in a good word for Krishna. Just like in Govardhan Leela, Indra, he bowed down before Krishna, but Krishna didn't even look at him. Then Indra went to Surabhi and said, please go there quick. And Surabhi intervened on his behalf. And then Indra got forgiven. Only when, after Surabhi, pure devotee and cow, both, 2 strikes on her side. So, E Barakar, O Vaishnav Goswami, just one time be compassionate upon me. Patita Pavana Toma Bina Keho Nai. Like the Vaishnava, there's no one who can purify the fallen souls. Patit means ourselves. This is in Bengali, but it's also Sanskrit word. Patit means fallen. Patit. And Pavana means to purify. Just like some of you know, I have a little temple called Brindakund. So before you get to Brindakund, you come to one place called Pavan Sarovar. Actually, the original name of this place is Nanda Sarovar. Because Nanda Maharaj excavated this kund for the pleasure of all the Brishbasis. So they called it Nanda Sarovar. How did it become Pavan Sarovar? That's very interesting history. One time Nanda Lala, he saw that Mother Yasoda was making all kinds of funny lunch, funny bhojan. Not the regular rice dal, chapati, dal and sabji. She was making all types of fried things, fried dal, fried little noodles we call sev, little cracker-like things we call matri, and all types of fried things in ghee. So Nandalala, he came there, he said, Are Maya, what kind of funny bhojan are you making today? What kind of funny lunch are you making today, Maya? And Mother Yasoda said, Lala, your Baba, he's going on pilgrimage. So all these things are fried in ghee, they will last for a long time, so he will take them along the way. Because still today in India, we find people who will not eat things cooked outside the house. Of course, less and less are there. Otherwise, we wouldn't hear all the noise when we go on the train. Kela kela banana, seb, apple, seb, santara, orange, santara, time pass ke liye peanut, garam singara, chai. But still there's people that we see them bring their little tiffins and they have all their little fried things and they eat them along the way. So Nanda Lala said, Maya, where's Baba going? Where's he going, Maya? Said, Lala, he's going to Prayag. Acha, Maya, where is that, Maya? Where is that? Arey, Lala, you ask too many questions. I'm busy cooking. Because the little boys, they ask too many questions, isn't it? All the mothers are shaking their head, they know. I'm busy cooking, you go ask your Baba. So he went to Nanda Baba. Baba, where are you going, Baba? Baba, where are you going? Where are you going, Baba? Lala, I'm going to Prayag. Acha, Baba, where is that? Where is that, Baba? Where is that? Where is that, Baba? Lala, that is a very sacred place where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati join in Sangam. When two or more rivers join together, we call it Sangam. Acha Baba, but today is very inauspicious day. You should not go today. You should go tomorrow. Today is very inauspicious day for yatra. You go tomorrow. Tomorrow's Akshay Tritiya. Just like in the beginning of May, this year, it came in May, sometimes April, you see on your Vaishnav calendar, Akshay Tritiya, beginning of Chandan Yatra. So Akshay means, well, Shai means to diminish. Everything in this material world diminishes. So when we make it Akshay, it means that which always increases. Akshay, never diminish, always increasing. So anything done on that day, Akshay Tritiya day, it will have unlimited results. Therefore became known as Akshay Tritiya. In fact, people like to open up their store, Dukan ka Udghatan, on Akshay Tritiya day. Because everybody wants that his profit should be Akshay, ever increasing, not like nowadays where it's all going down and down. And people do Griha Pravesh, first entrance into the house on this Akshay Tritiya day, because they want their happiness in their new house should be ever increasing and ever increasing. Akshay. And on that day, without even consulting the Panditji, without consulting the astrologer, you can do wedding also that day. You don't need to consult astrologer, so auspicious day. Because everybody wants that should also be Akshay, happily ever after. And for starting journey, it is also very auspicious day. So Nanda Baba said, all right, Lala, since you're telling, I will go tomorrow. So next morning, Nanda Baba woke up very early in the morning, like every day, like all of you, to come to Mangalartik. And he went down to take his bath in Nanda Sarovar. But he saw there was one great personality there rolling in the dust and laughing. Then bathing in the Sarovar, then rolling in the dust. Nanda Baba never saw such a personality in his Nandagam. So he went there, he said, Maharaj, who are you? He said, Baba, I'm Prayag. Acha? Is it? Prayag? There's no Prayag who lives around here. Not from here, Baba. I'm Prayagraj, king of all the tears, where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati joined in Sangam. Acha? Is it? And why have you come here? Arey Baba, all year long everybody coming and putting their pap on me. You know pap, right? Coca-Cola 7-Up. Pap means sin. All year long everybody putting their sin on me. One day I come here on this Akshay Tritiya day, I roll in this dust, I take bath in this rover and I become Pavana, purified. Acha? Is it? Then on the other side he saw so many beautiful ladies were bathing in the Kund. Very beautiful ladies, not like Nandagam ladies. Nandagam lady also beautiful, but this was a different type of beauty. Just like we see the Indian lady has different type of beauty, American lady has different type of beauty, Chinese lady has beautiful eye like this. So this was different type of beauty. And so beautiful sari, not like Nandagam sari. A Nandagam sari also beautiful, but this was special beauty. With silver thread going like this, golden thread going like this. So Nanda Maharaj, he went there, he said, ladies, who are you? Somebody said Ganga, Saraswati, Kuru Jangala, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Krishna Venu. All the sacred rivers were there. Godavari. We don't want to miss Godavari. A lot of AP Wallas here. All the sacred rivers are there. And Nanda Baba says, Acha? Is it? And ladies, why have you come here? Oh, Baba, all year long, everybody coming and putting their pap on us. One day, on this Akshay Tritiya day, we come here, we roll in this dust of Braj, we take bath in this Sarovar, and we become Pavana, purified. Acha? Is it? So then Nanda Baba, he took his bath and he went upstairs. By that time, Nanda Lala woke up and Nanda Lala came. Baba, now you're going, Baba? Baba, now you're going, Baba? Now you're going? Arey Lala, now I'm not going. Abhi nahi jaunga. Arey Baba, kyun? Why? Lala, every place I wanted to go, they all came here today. Kyun kastu taki wahan jaye? Every place I wanted to go, they came here. Why should I take trouble to go there? So since that day, this place became known as Pavan Sarovar. And anybody who takes his bath there, he becomes Pavana. Therefore, we don't go to Kumbh Mela to take bath. Anybody been to Kumbh Mela? No one been to Kumbh Mela here? Okay. Just a few. So, we don't go there to take bath, we can go to Pavan Sarovar and take. Even Prayagraj is coming there to take his bath. But why are we putting up big camp? Everybody knows, myself, Sarvabhauma and Sanatana, we make big camp there. Why are we wasting our time? Because we go through the whole Kumbh area, chanting the holy names and bathing everyone with the nectar of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, then we want to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because Lord Chaitanya has appeared in this dark age of Kali to bless us with this chanting of the holy name. So to glorify Lord Chaitanya, we have a very beautiful song. It's very simple. The part that comes again and again, you'll learn in 2 seconds and sing with us. And like this one was in Bengali, this one's not in Bengali. This is in Brij Bhasa language, with beautiful Brij Rag. Sundara Lala Sachiru Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me Bolo Bolo Sundara Lala Sachiru Lala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtana Me. Everyone try. Sundara Lala Balle Chandana Tilaga Manohara Alaka Shobhe Kapola Me. Sundara Lala Sachiru Lala Najata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. Bolo Sundara Lala Sachiru Lala Najata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. Chire Juda Darashani Rale Vanapulla Mala Hiya Pagole Chire chura darasani rale, Panapula mala yapadole, Payena pita patambara shove, Nupura junu junu charananame. Payena pita patambara shove, Nupura junu junu charananame. Bolo sune lala, sajiru lala, najata Sri Hari Kirtan mein. Bolo sune lala, sajiru lala, najata Sri Hari Kirtan mein. राधा कृष्ण एक तनु है निर्वन माजे बंसी बजावे राधा कृष्ण विश्वरूपगी प्रभु जी साही आवत प्रगट नरिया में बोलो सुंदर लाला सचिर लाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में बोलो बोलो सुंदर लाला सचिर लाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है हरि गुणगान कोई गावत है राधा कृष्ण नाम कोई गावत है हरि गुणगान मृदंग ताला मधुरा रसाला बजाता है कोई रंगन में मृदंग ताला मधुरा रसाला बजाता है कोई रंगन में बोलो सुंदर लाला सचिर लाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में बोलो नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में बोलो नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में बोलो श्री सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि सुंदर लाला सचिदु लाला नाचत श्री हरि कीर्तन में Sundar, most of you all know Sundar, but some of you don't know. Sundar means beautiful. Just like our Thakurji in Vrindavan, his name is Shama Sundar. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago, he was not Sham Sundar, he was Gaur Sundar. Sundara Lala. In Braj, Lala means little boy. And who's little boy? Sundara Lala? Sachidu Lala. He was the little boy of Sachi Mata. Nachata. He was always dancing. Nachata means to dance. Just like you know Lord Shiva, he's Nataraj. The king of dance. But this is Sanskrit, nat. This is a very harsh word. But our Brijbhasa is very soft language, so we say Nachata. He's dancing. And where he's dancing? Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. In Hindi, instead of having prepositions, we have postpositions. So we say, he's dancing Sri Hari Kirtan in. Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. So he's always dancing in Hari Kirtan because in this dark age of Kali, this is a recommended process, chanting very enthusiastically and very loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And shortly after taking sannyas, then Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri. And there he was always dancing in Hari Kirtan, where? In the Rath Yatra. So tonight we're going to go to Jagannath Puri. We went to Vrindavan for a few minutes. Now we'll go to Puri. The first time I went to Puri many times, but never to Rath Yatra. First time I got chance was 1993. Turned out to be the first time that it was televised. So it was very interesting. Myself and a wonderful devotee named Pundarik Vidyanidhi, my godbrother, we both went there. Then we ran into Kirtiraj, we ran into Prema Rasa, and so many devotees were there. It was interesting. And somehow or other that year, the Namhata department of Mayapur that always goes to Calcutta Rath Yatra, they decided to go to Puri. So there was a real organized ISKCON presence in Puri. Because Rath Yatra is always very ecstatic, but if you go when there's an organized ISKCON presence, then it's super ecstatic. We had our own kirtan in the thing. So we got there, that time they had a little place, it was a Balai Panda, some way down past from Haridas Thakur Samadhi, you go way down there, way down the beach there. But you could see the chakra of the temple from there. And so then we ran into all the Mayapur devotees and they said the next day is Gundicha Marjana. As Maharaj was explaining, Lord goes to that Gundicha temple to take a little vacation. So before Lord is coming, Marjana, we sing every day. Marjana means Teto Darpana Marjanam, to wash, to clean. So then, what is his name? Chaitanya Charu? No, Charu. Bhadracharu. Bhadracharu was in charge of the whole Namhata group. So we all went down there we met at Gundicha temple. Now unfortunately, those of us with Gaur Chamra, with light skin, we're not allowed to go inside. So everybody else was going inside, we couldn't go inside. So I told Bhadra, you bring some brooms and baskets and we'll sweep the outside because Lord has to come through the outside entrance. And nobody's caring for that. There's plastic, nowadays everywhere, plastic bags and trash and everything. So we started, all the white devotees, we started sweeping up the outside. And getting all the trash and making, this whole road is filled with sand into the temple, so we were cleaning everything. And the Bengali devotees were so impressed, they would grab the brooms out of our hands. We were all dumping the trash in one spot and setting it on fire. They would grab the baskets from our hands. They would grab the brooms from our hands. They were so impressed by the devotion of the white devotees who couldn't go inside, so we were cleaning outside. We made it nice and spick and span. We saw them going in, because everybody goes inside to the altar there. And we had buckets, so we were washing down everything. There was a water hand pump there, so we were throwing water. And we saw them all going in. The Bengalis, they go in with a little teacup, like this of water. And they have two little sticks, from the broom. We had full brooms. This was their nimuna, their representation of broom. We had these full brooms that we cleaned up the whole outside. So next day was, after Gundicha Marjana, then in the evening, there's Netra Unmilanam. What is it? No, is it called? Netrotsav. We established the deities at Netrotsav. First time everybody, Utsav, means festival. And Netra means eyes. So 2 weeks nobody has seen Lord Jagannath. So in the evening before Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath gives darshan. It's called Netrotsava. Festival for everybody's eyes. So next day is Rath Yatra, we can't wait. Now we have a ISKCON temple right across the street from Haridasa Samadhi, kitty corner. At that time it wasn't developed, but they had just taken it over. The devotee there, Gorni Tai Das, he was very clever. He made friends with the superintendent of police, made him a life member, And then he got them and he went there and he told all the squatters, you get out of here, we'll give you this much money, you get out, otherwise we're coming with the SB tomorrow and you won't get anything. And they took the money and ran. So he took over the place. So they were helping to organize everything. And so because he was friends of the police made a cordon. We had a rope around our kirtan party, so we could do our kirtan peacefully without being, because it's huge crowd, lakhs and lakhs of people are there. So we came there in the morning, already Jagannath cart, there was somebody already had kirtan in front of Subhadra's cart, the only place left was Balaram's. But Balaram is Adi Guru, so that was good. Jai Sisi Kishore Kishori Ji Ki Jai. So we had this big kirtan going on in front of Lord Balaram's cart. Now, this is the first time it was on TV, so all the Daitapatis became very upset because they figured if on TV then nobody will come, then they'll get less money, so they made everything late. Usually Lord Jagannath is on the cart before noontime, by 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. He's on the cart. But today they made everything late. They were upset. Later it didn't matter. Still lakhs of people come even if it's on TV. But anyway, people still like to come. But anyway, that was first time, so they didn't know what to expect, so they made everything late. So we were having our kirtan for a long time. And all the TV stations were there. And then somehow somebody asked me to lead kirtan, and I just started this kirtan and I never stopped. We were just doing kirtan and kirtan and kirtan, and camera was zooming in on our kirtan. Later somebody from Bangalore came to Vrindavan temple. They said, was that you leading the kirtan in Jagannath Puri? I recognize your Harinam chatter. And everybody's up in all the guest houses and everything have balconies. And you pay, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, according to how nicely you get view of the Rath Yatra. So everybody's there in the bleachers, and there was some sadhus on top. There's a big billboard there, so sadhus were up on top of the billboard. And I was leading this kirtan. I saw the sadhus there with their big jatas, and they're just rocking away with our kirtan. And it was most amazing time. Usually when we go to Puri, especially if you're white, the pandits like to give you can't come inside, you can't come inside. They like to rub it in and make fun of you. And people, you really get discriminated against. But somehow or other, the announcer, he was saying something, and he was announcing, there's a big announcer there, and he was saying something in Uriya. So I asked one Uriya devotee, what's he saying? He said, I can't believe it, Prabhu. He's saying he went to ISKCON temple in the west, and they gave him so nice prasadam. He saw nicely the deities were being worshipped. He said, this ISKCON kirtan here in the Rath Yatra today is increasing the shobha, splendor of the Puri Rath Yatra. He was going on and glorifying ISKCON. It was the first time we went to Puri, we were getting glorified. So we had this big kirtan. Now, around 1 o'clock or so, because it took till 3 o'clock to get the deities on the cart, because they made everything late. Usually it's by 11 o'clock. We do very simple. We drive up in a car. If you want to see a really fancy Rath Yatra, you have to go to Durban in South Africa. That's the farthest forest of Braj. That's the Durban. Dur means far. So there you will see Lord Jagannath come riding up in a Lamborghini. Baladev comes in a Stutz black, what do you call it? Something. This German car. And Lady Subhadra comes in a bright red Ferrari. And then those little machines that the guy who works on the telephone poles, they take Lord Jagannath and Baladev and Subhadra and lift them onto the cart. The city gives those things, donates those time for those things for free. So they take Lord Jagannath from the Ferrari and put him up on the cart, and then like that. But in real Rath, then we go on Rath Yatra. But in the actual Rath Yatra, getting the Lord on the carts is the whole Rath. Once the carts move, everything's finished. The real thing, we call it Pandu Bijay, is getting the Lords on the cart, because they have these palm tree ramps. They cut these palm trees in half, and they lash them all together with, 2 palm trees on this side, 2 halves of a palm tree on this side, all lashed together like this. and stuck on the end of the cart. And there's a whole thing for getting them out. And first comes Sudarshan. And you know that they're coming because there's like 20 guys with gongs. There's a whole pageantry. The whole thing is very pageant. And from way inside the Singadwara gate, you hear the sound coming. Pararam, pararam, pararam. And it's echoing off of the walls in the temple. You can hear it. Pararam, 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 pararam. Then finally they come through the gate. The first comes through the gate, they have these guys with these flags, Jagannath Puri flags, swinging them around like this, and they have these little white and black different types of umbrellas moving them up. All these guys come, and outside already this guy is there with a spinning these balls around with fire. You have oily rags, and they put 3 places fire, and they're all with a chain, and he's spinning it around and throwing it in the air and catching it, and other guys dancing around with swords and spears, and this guy throws this fire thing up in the air, and then he catches it, and it's just swinging around. Prabhupada says like a firebrand, You just only see one little row of fire, like this. So then, all of a sudden, all these yak-tail fans come. Then next comes these 20 guys with the gongs. It's getting louder and louder. For every different process in the Rath Yatra, they have a different beat. To bring the Lord out, that's the beat. And suddenly they come through the gate, and they're doing it very dramatically. And it just gets loud, and now the crowd is getting very ecstatic. And then suddenly they run with Sudarshan on top of their heads, and they run around the 3 carts, because Balaram's cart's here, Subhadra's cart's here, Jagannath's cart's here. And they run out and put Jagannath on top of Sudarshan on the cart. Now first of all, the carts are amazing. Nowadays I've seen, we started copying, because usually we had our cart straight like this, but actually all the sides on the cart, to make things even more dramatic, they're slanted, they're inclined like this. The 4 sides of the cart is inclined this way. We'll get to that in a minute. So they just run up that palm tree ramp, they put Sudarshan there. Then the whole thing, everybody goes back inside. Then after a while, everybody's waiting and waiting. The excitement's getting intense, and you hear ba-da-bam, 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 ba-da-bam. Then all the guys with the flags and the umbrellas and everything comes through, and the guys are throwing the firebrand up in the air. All this thing is going on. Then the yak-tail, when you see the yak-tail fans, you mean that Lord is coming or somebody's coming. So they bring Lady Subhadra. They run out with her and on top of their heads like this. They run up the ramp and place Lady Subhadra on the cart. And everybody's whole crowd is roaring, "Rah! Subhadra Maharani ki!" So now next is coming Balaram. The excitement in the crowd is building and building and building. You hear like it's getting louder and louder, echoing off all the walls. Then all the people come with the flags and umbrellas and everything. Then the yak-tail comes, and then the guys, and they have very colorful dhotis and colorful kurtas, and they're making it very dramatic, and Lord Balaram and Lord Jagannath, Subhadra, she doesn't like it, so they just bring her on their heads. But Balaram, he likes to be pushed and shoved. And all of a sudden, you see that beautiful, you've probably seen the pictures of that peacock type of headdress. Suddenly it peeks through the Singadwara gate, and the crowd goes wild. Jai Baladev! You just imagine 10 lakhs of voices. That sound, you become one with that sound. There's nothing but that sound. You become a Mayavadi, you become one with it. And then they rock him like this. That's just going like a peacock's, like this. And then they get up enough momentum, and then they push him again. As soon as he pushes, Jai Baladev! It's like his movement is the lightning. And the voices of the people is the thunder. You know, they push him, and then, Jai Baladev! You just, this sound, your just hairs are standing on end to hear this sound. And then they push him again and again and again, then, Jai Baladev! Then they bring him around, and they go all behind all the three carts, then they come around like this, then they push him up this ramp. Now, the year I was there, they have all these silken ropes. They have tied to Lord's back some type of a wooden spike, and they have all the silken ropes tied around that. And everybody's just pushing and pushing and pulling all these ropes like this, and they're pushing this incline. You know, he's very heavy, and they're getting him up this incline. The year I was there, 1993, they got him all the way to the top, and he went over the edge of the ramp like this. And they pulled him back, and he went all the way back. Then again, they were pushing and pushing, and all the pandits, they have their backs right up against him, and they're pushing with their backs, and they're pulling in the front, and finally they get him up to the top. Now, there's a Prikrama Marg around the place where the Lord stays. And the place where the Lord stays is a little bit elevated, like this much, so they have to get the Lord up. So they push him up, and boom, he drops back. They push him up, boom, he drops back. Then finally, boom, they get him up there, and they turn him around, and then there's a thing I call it Lobh Prakash. You know Lobh, greed. Because if you blinked your eyes, you missed it. As soon as he turns around, 100 hands reach up and rip that peacock headdress into smithereens. Just all of a sudden, if you blinked, you missed it. It's there 1 second, the next second it's gone. Because all those Daitapatis, they can give it to their jijman, their customers, you know, for a lot of money, a little piece, you know. So all of a sudden they turn the Lord around, 100 hands go, and that headdress just disappears. It's like magic. It's gone. Meanwhile, they've been lashing, they take the, that's way later. So now Lord Jagannath is coming, the excitement is getting even greater. And then you hear it, the excitement is building, barabam, barabam. The crowd is getting nervous, barabam, 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 barabam. Then the festoons come, they have these like rocket ships, you know, type colored things on poles and these flags and everything. And then the chammaras come, and then the 20 guys playing the gongs. Now everybody's getting excited. And suddenly you see Lord Jagannath's headdress peek through the Simhadwara gate. Jai Jagannath! And that sound is totally overwhelming. You will never experience anything like that in your life. Oh my goodness. It's just overwhelming, that sound. And the announcer was going crazy, and I said, what's he saying? What's he saying? To this Oriya devotee. He's saying, here comes the Lord of the universe. Some people say he has no face, he has no hands, he has no belly, he has no form, but you can see him, Here comes Lord Jagannath, here he comes, he's coming, Lord Jagannath is coming, you can see him. I go, wow. And then they could easily take Lord Jagannath this way and put him on, but they bring him all the way around the back of the three carts. And again, same thing, they're shaking him like this. And every time they get up enough momentum, they push him. You know, that's like the lightning, and then the thunder comes. Jai Jagannath! 10 lakhs of voices, you know, million voices. Jai Jagannath! The announcer's going crazy, and then they shake him and shake him. They, all the way around in front of all the three carts, they take him. Then they take him up to the top, up the ramp. They finally get him up, same thing, they can't get him onto that platform. Bump. 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 And they turn him around and pew! Lobh Prakash. That headdress just disappears in less than a second, less than a finger snap. Boom! It's gone. Then they decorate the Lord. Now the king comes. Now in 1993, they still had a lot of pageantry. Nowadays, because they're afraid it'll come on CNN that the elephant went wild and ran into the crowd or something, they stopped the elephant. But there used to be this big, huge elephant with all kinds of embroidered cloth on him. And he come behind, the king is coming on a carved wooden palanquin with gold leaf all over everything, and this beautiful royal blue velvet, and the king is sitting there in this palanquin and behind this elephant. Now there's no more elephant, but anyway, those days there was still elephant coming with beautiful embroidered velvet cloth all over the elephant. And the king would come up, and somehow or other, Kirtiraj and some devotees, they made some contact with the king. So they're inside. There's all kinds of ropes around everything, but they're inside. Oh, they follow. That's right. They follow the king down. You see this, because Kirtiraj is not a very small fellow. And Prema Rasa also not very small fellow. So you see these two big white heads coming behind the king. So everybody's looking, the king's paying attention to these white people. And they go right in through all the ropes and everything. There's a big Daitapati there, one of the main guys. He whips out a 100-rupee note from his dhoti and gives it to one little guy and says, hey, go buy them soft drinks, buy the limca. It's like, we never got reception like that, but the king is paying attention to us. The people are, hey, what's going on here? So then the king comes, and king, he told us, because we met him, and he says that the king never sweeps the ground, because Rath Yatra means it's raining, so it's all mud. There's no question of sweeping in front of the cart. But I told you about that Prikama Marg. There's a Prikama Marg on the cart. So he has this Indian broom. You've seen Indian broom, you hold it like this, and all the sticks come out. But he has a gold handle, and he goes around the Prikama Marg sweeping couple of times. Then he takes a solid silver pot with chandan and water with chandan oil in it. And then he goes around sprinkling a couple of times around the Prikama. So first he goes on Subhadra's cart, then as soon as he get down, they tear off they unlash the platform, ramp, they unlash the ramp, they start tying these horses on. And then he goes up on Balaram's cart and does the same thing. Then he comes back down, they tear down the ramp and start lashing the horses. They have these horses, they just push this big peg of wood inside the cart like that and lash it. And then he does the same thing for Lord Jagannath. Now, after that they put all these horses, all the horses are ready, everything is ready. So there's this little guy sitting on the horses, on each cart. There's one little Oriya guy sitting there. And then all those guys with the gongs, they get on the cart, and they're all on this incline like this. It's very dramatic. And they have this big long horn like this. And they go, twee, twee, twee. And then all the gong guys are going bam, 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 bam. That means that's the sound for pull. They don't, like on our Rath Yatras, we have a big sound system there, and they go, Ruko, wires overhead, Ruko. Everything is done by the sound of the gong. You know what's happening. So they go bam, 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 like that, and the guy in the horse is whipping the horse, and he's screaming something in Oriya. And the first one to go is Lord Baladev. And where are we? We're in front of Lord Balaram's cart, and all of a sudden Balaram's cart starts to move, Bam, 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 bam. Then as soon as it starts to move, ba ba bam, ba ba bam, ba ba bam. And they're very dramatic like this. Ba ba bam. They're swirling the gong around, ba ba bam. And they're on an incline. So it's even more dramatic. That's why it's inclined like that. Ba ba, 20 guys with the gongs. Ba ba bam, ba ba bam, ba ba bam. That means go straight. Then if we start to go off to the left, then they want us to go right. They go, ba-da-da-dan, ba-da-da-dan, ba-da-da-dan. That means everybody pull to the right because we're going left, It goes left, and they have another beat for going to the, not like us. Go left, go right, ruko. Everything is done by the gong, So it's very late in the afternoon by the time Lord Balaram starts to move. In fact, the only kirtan party anybody saw on the whole Grand Road, they call it the Grand Road, was our kirtan party because we were in front of Lord Jagannath. Because Lord Baladev goes first, then comes Subhadra, and then Lord Jagannath. And because everything went late in Rath Yatra in Puri, as soon as sun goes down, the rathas stop wherever they are. Lord Jagannath doesn't move after dark. So Lord Jagannath just started moving, the sun went down and Rath Yatra stopped. So we were way down the Prikama Marg. Out of one hotel came running one dear friend of mine from Muradabad. he saw I was leading the kirtan, he saw my famous Harinam chadar spinning around. He came running around and just grabbed me, Dinabandhu, Ashok Sapra, from Muradabad. He just from upstairs, from the roof, he recognized, he came running down, grabbed me, spun me around. So then the Rath Yatra stopped for the day. But the only kirtan party anybody saw was ours, because Lord Jagannath moved not even up to the king's palace. He didn't get that far. Subhadra went and we went. Now as long as Lord Jagannath is on the cart, then let me tell you about the brake system. They have this, must be 20 foot long 2x2. When I say 2x2, I mean 2 feet by 2 feet. This huge block of wood tied up with a slip knot. And if the carts are going too far out of whack, then one of the panda signals, and they pull the slip knot, and that big piece of lumber comes down, bump, and the Rath goes bam, 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 bam. Then they tie it back up and they tell everybody to pull over. We've gone too far to the left, so they they're signaling for everybody to go to the right. And then they start again. Dwing, dwing, dwing. Bam, 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 bam. Then ba ba bam, ba ba bam, ba ba bam. Very dramatically. Ba bam, ba ba bam. 20. Imagine 20 gongs making this sound. Then they start again. So again they stopped. And this little Uriya guy who was sitting on the horse, he was screaming and yelling. So I asked the Uriya devotee, what is he saying? What is he saying? He said, I can't tell you, Prabhu. I said, no, I want to know. What is he saying? Can't tell you, Prabhu. What is he saying? He's saying, come on, you guys, pull. What are you, a bunch of women or anything? You don't have any balls? Pull this cart. And bam, 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 bam. Then bam, 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 we started. So somehow I was hoping, because I heard in the Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath, he never stops for anything or goes backwards. Just like sometimes our Rath Yatra, some car gets in the way, then we have to back up the cart and get it around somehow or another. At least in Delhi we have all these problems. But Jagannath, he doesn't go backwards for anything. If he comes up against the building, they break off the corner of the building so the cart will. He's the Lord, he doesn't go back. So I was hoping somehow or other something like, I would be able to see something like that. So I noticed that Subhadra's cart wasn't moving. We were waiting for Subhadra's cart to move, and Subhadra's cart wasn't moving. And suddenly I saw this Puri District Electric Board, Puri, PDEB, Puri District Electric Board truck coming down the Grand Road. I said, what in the world is a truck doing on the road on Rath Yatra day? Then I realized Subhadra must have run into the electric pole. So I immediately ran down there, and sure enough, the part of the cart that sticks out to the side, because there's a turn. At one point, the Rath Yatra turns, and there's no, like we have our nice, Gajra gear steering mechanism on our carts, but in Lord Jagannath's cart, there's no steering wheel. They have these big blocks, wedges of wood like this on a pole, and they ram it up against it. There's a little bit of play in the wheel. So they ram it up against the wheel, and then they start, and the wheel goes over that wedge and sort of turns a little bit, and then they run and stick it under again. So somehow or other they couldn't make the turn, and so she's sticking out, and there's this big electric pole there. So I ran down there, and sure enough, the electric truck comes, and these guys climb up there, and they're trying to undo the bolts. But this is Puri, there's sea air, a lot of salt in the air, all the bolts are completely corroded and rusted away. So finally, they have these big ceramic connectors, insulators, right? Bam! Bam! I hope they turned the electricity out, I don't know, but they're smashing these big ceramic insulators, and the ropes, the wires are going snap and fwing that way and fwing that way, and finally they got it down, then they're digging and digging and digging, and they rocked the pole back and forth and broke it loose and put it over like that, then Subhadra went. So anyway, next day, actually that happened the next day, I forgot. The Rath Yatra day, it's so crowded, you can't even believe it. You can't. After the Rath goes, all you see is shoes everywhere. Everybody got his shoes pulled off while he was pulling. It's just, you can't make any business with it because there's only one here and another one you never. But the whole Grand Road is filled with nothing but shoes. It's so crowded. And the rope, we have these nice little ropes like this, you can't even put your hand around this rope. And it just goes for 250, 300 feet. This rope just goes out like that and everybody pulling. But next day, because now it's going to be, I was praying for 2 days, so Krishna fulfilled our desire. Next day, nobody was there. We were practically the only people there pulling. And we had grand old time, no pushing, no shoving. We were just pulling the cart very easily. Then I saw that Subhadra, we already got Lord Jagannath, the Gundicha, then Subhadra wasn't coming. Then I ran down, saw this whole Leela with Subhadra, then Baladev came down. And then, I forgot. So I told at night, he doesn't move, and as long as he's on the cart, Lord Jagannath doesn't eat any grains. Just like tomorrow's Pandav Nirjala Ekadasi tomorrow. So just like an Ekadasi, while Lord is on the cart, he doesn't eat any grains. So we were standing there, and Lord Jagannath's boga and his prasad never goes in a vehicle. It's always carried to your room by somebody on his head. And the boga the same way. These guys came down with these big baskets and pots on their head and a big procession. And they got there, and there's one of the Daitapatis is the priest, and somebody stands there with this huge basket full of manjaris, Tosi manjaris. And everybody comes up, puts his pot down, he grabs a handful of manjaris, throws it in the pot, picks up the pot, shows it to Lord Jagannath like that, puts it back on the guy's head, then next one comes, basket of some sort of sabudana patties of some sort or another, something not grain, and he throws a bunch of them, boom, chanting all his mantras and boom, like that, and then puts it back on his head, big line like this, it goes on. So then, they don't take the Lord off the carts, he stays there in front of Gundicha temple for a couple of days. And everybody comes and takes darshan there. And then we missed because you never know when it's going to happen. They have this Hare Panchami festival because Gundicha actually represents Vrindavan. So Lakshmi suddenly figures out that Lord took off without telling her. That was bad enough. But then he's gone to Vrindavan. There's some girl there named Radharani, so she's very upset. So she comes down with all her servants, and she's chastising all of Lord Jagannath's servants. And they beat them and everything. This whole thing happened at midnight, so we missed it. And we missed them taking the Lords down off the cart. That's another whole festival, taking the Lords off the cart. So then somehow or other we weren't going to stay around for the return Rath, Ulta Rath, but somehow I got sick. Somebody gave us so much Jagannath Mahaprasad, I got sick. So we canceled all our tickets and we said, well, let's stay. Krishna wants us to stay for Ulta Rath. Ulta Rath is very nice. It's not nearly as crowded. It's for the villagers. Mainly all the big saints, businessmen come and they get their 2,000 rupee seat and watch the whole thing. But then just the villagers come for Ulta Rath. So I managed to get right near the front entrance of Gundicha temple. And I was just like, from me to Pritushrava was that far. I was away from Lord Jagannath and Lord Baladev when they came out. So Lord Jagannath came out, same way, they shake him like this, and everybody's roaring. So Lord Jagannath came out, and I was watching Lord Jagannath, he was coming and coming, and then suddenly, because they have to turn the corner to go like this to his cart, and I saw the profile. Now we make all of our Jagannath deities very straight. It just comes, pointed little nose. But Lord Jagannath's nose is round, and it comes down and it goes, boop, turns up at the end. It's very cute. And it just comes down like this, it goes, boop, and it's rounded like this, from this side also. So suddenly, because sometimes, Lord Jagannath, he's a little strange for us, But as soon as I saw Lord Jagannath in profile with his beautiful, cute little nose went boop, like that, I realized this is Brajanandan Shamsundar. I was just, wow, because he was just that far away. I was just seeing him like that. And then again, then that was a heavy day. Because again, the Daitapatis were still upset about the TV, so they were making everything late. And the police were fighting with them. We saw these pandas come out, they're carrying him out on a stretcher, and blood is coming out of the head and everything. And it was a big mess because everybody was upset. And the king, under his breath, one of the devotees told me he was inside with the king because they had some contact with the king. He was just, these guys. He was very upset. So finally, they got the same old thing, the flags and the things, and getting Lord Jagannath up the gongs and everything. They got him on the cart. The sun went down. There was no Rath Yatra that day. All the villagers were shouting and shouting. So I asked our Oriya friend, what are they saying? He said, I can't tell you, bro. So what are they saying? They're saying, we're going to give the service of these Daitapatis over to the white sannyasis. Because all the villagers, they saved up all their money all year long just to come and see Rath Yatra. There was no Rath Yatra, so they were all upset. So they were all shouting and shouting. They were down with these Daitapatis, we're going to give their service to the white sannyasis and stuff like this. They were shouting. So the next day there was hardly anybody there, and it was nice rain was going on, and the road is this sort of reddish gravel, with reddish sand and reddish gravel. So all the devotees were splashing as much as they could. It's all puddles. It's raining. Nice cool air is blowing. Puddles everywhere. All your devotees. It never came out. I washed it 5 times. This orange never came out of the cloth. And we had Lord Jagannath and Subhadra and practically all to ourselves the next day, take them. Then they stop just before the king's, right in front of the king's palace. Then Lakshmi Ji comes. She comes on a beautiful gold leaf carved wood pelican with all beautiful royal blue velvet and reddish velvet like that, probably reddish velvet, deep reddish velvet, all gold leaf, beautiful carved pelican like this. And so the silver Lakshmi comes. And she comes down there and she starts yelling at Lord Jagannath, you went off, you didn't tell me, you stayed for a whole week, I know you with that other woman, Radharani, you're not coming back inside Vaikuntha. And she goes back down and she locks the doors to Vaikuntha, because the doors of the temple are considered the doors of Vaikuntha. Then Lord Jagannath comes down and he's stuck. He can't go inside because Lakshmiji's locked the door. So he stays there for one night. And that particular night, just to show off his opulence, he does sonar vesh. We weren't going to see this, but by eating too much Jagannath Prasad, we got sick. We saw this whole thing. So they put hands and legs and the chakra and the gada and all the symbols, everything made out of solid gold. Each deity has like 50 kilos of gold in decoration. Just imagine in today's prices. There's incredible golden necklaces, these beautiful hands holding the chakra and gada and chakra and like that. And Subhadra has this beautiful solid gold necklace like this, all very decorated like that. But it's all closed off. And it goes on, and it was very late. So we were with one devotee. He's actually from Gaudiya Math, but he used to be president of our temple in Patna, in Bihar, Swarup Damodar. So he's actually a Puri Brahmin. His father was from the Mukti Mandap. That's the highest range of priests, is the Mukti Mandap. In fact, he was very, very old. In fact, he took me to his house one day, and his father had just finished eating prasadam. And as soon as he saw that a Vaishnava, even though he was a foreigner, as soon as he saw that a Vaishnava came, he started crying because he'd finished his meal and there was nothing left to offer to a Vaishnava. He was crying like that. So sweet these people are. So Swarup Damodar said, we can go down to my house and we'll hear the announcement that now it's started, So we went down to his house. We tried to sleep on the roof. We were too excited, Sonar Vesh. Sona means gold, Sonar Vesh. golden dress. So then all of a sudden around, like 12:30 in the night, the crowd starts yelling, and he said, that means it's open now. He said, but let's wait for a while, it's going to be a big crowd. So we waited till like 1:30 or so, then we went down, locked. He has some way of locking the door by shutting it and pulling something that locks inside, and we all went down there and have everybody circumambulate. You go around and you see Lord Jagannath with these huge golden hands and golden helmet, golden necklace, golden armlets, just amazing, Then we just kept going round and round, and it was cool. The breeze was blowing at night. It was very nice. We saw it. So this is Jagannath Rath Yatra. I didn't describe the carts. The carts are amazing. All the connections are made with brass. They have brass bells hanging off everywhere, and that front part, there's two ladies blowing trumpets in brass, that holds it like that. It's just, you have to go once in a lifetime, you have to see. You can watch it on TV, but once in a lifetime you have to go and see. But you especially wait till like Radhanath Swami or somebody has because it's already ecstatic. But when you can join in the ISKCON Kirtan party, I went there one time with Radhanath Swami's Yatra. It was so much more ecstatic. I went for 1996 for Navakalevaram, and it was nice, but there was no organized ISKCON presence there, so we had no Kirtan to join, just watching. But then I went with Radhanath Swami, and we had big Kirtan party, and it was just so ecstatic, all the devotees dancing and chanting, and association with the Vaishnavas. It was so ecstatic. So if you ever get a chance, Radhanath Swami is doing Yatra, go there at that time. Even don't join his Yatra, just on Rath Yatra day, you can join the Kirtan. Very ecstatic. Jagannath Swami ki! Baladev Prabhu ki! Subhadra Maharani ki! So I guess it's gone a little late, but anyway, I think it was worth it. Just at last, I didn't study my notes, so I'm just by my memory, I'm remembering what my experience of other. If you look in my notes on Facebook and go back, there's my first Rath Yatra. You can get all the details. Anybody who's on Facebook, because it's open to the public. So we'll stop here. We thank you very much for listening so kindly, so nicely, so quietly. Paritrahi Jagannatha Dina Bandhu Namostubhyam Nistirnoham Bhavam Bodhim Prapyatvam Tadanim Sugam. Paritrahi Jagannatha, you know Paritrahi, huh? You can figure it out from, there's a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya Sadhana, oh please save me Lord Jagannath. Paritrahi Jagannatha Dina Bandhu Namostubhyam, you're the friend of the fallen. So I'm offering my obeisance. Namostubhyam. Paritrahi Jagannatha Dina Bandhu Namostubhyam Nistirnoam Bhavam Bodhim. You're taking across this Bhavam Bodh. This means this Bhav Sagar, this ocean of material existence. And Prapyatvam Tadanim Sukham. And achieving you, I'm feeling waves of bliss. Prapyatam Tadanim. Tadanim means waves. Sukham, of happiness. I'm experiencing waves of happiness. Paritrahi Jagannatha Dina Bandhu Namostubhyam Nistirnoam Bhavam Bodhim Stirnoam Bhavam Bodhim Prapyatam Tadanim Sukham. Sri Jagannath ki, Sri Baladev Prabhu ki, Sri Subhadra Maharani ki, Rath Yatra Maha Mahotsav in Chicago ki. Hare Krishna. So the books are there. So we have some of our books. We'll make a display in the gift shop if you want to take some books, and I'm here, you can find me and sign them. Get them signed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Since tomorrow is Nirjala Ekadashi, there will be Kirtan in the temple starting 9 o'clock in the morning, through the day and through the night. till Mangalarti the next day, you're welcome to join us for Kirtan on Nirjala Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.
No, you can go. Have whatever you feel. We have that. We have, unless one has that one, yours. She's here.
Oh, you mean that guy's wife? What's his name? What is this looking at? Go ahead.
I'm gonna try this one, and if it doesn't work, we can try that here too. Or should I go Mama, peanut butter cookies here till Tuesday. I don't know about it. Yeah, as many as I mean, we get a few every night.
Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachayine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Deshita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna, बोलो बोलो Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga, everybody. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, bolo bolo bolo. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama just Rama Rama just eat it Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare everybody Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram सभी बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, bolo bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, everybody. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Oh Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna. Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo bolo. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, bolo bolo, Hare Rama, Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, one more time all together. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hare Hare. Let's do that one more time, all together with your hearts. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna bolo bolo. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Oh Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Oh Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. शाम सबको मिले वृंदावन धाम, हरि श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
You're really big now.
Huh?
You grew really big. Yeah.
अभी मैंने उसके साथ रिटर्न किया